Namaste, welcome to Arthaniti. This week is going to be analysis of the budget. You switch on to whichever news channel or you flip through newspapers or YouTube as well. Budget is going to be the topic of conversation for this week. Correct? Now, before we go on to analyze the budget on the five important points which I had spoken about in my video a day prior to the budget, I want to start with enlisting the various achievements that we as a country have been able to reach through our sheer hard work and perseverance. Why? Because it is very important to celebrate our achievements, that those are the stepping stones to aim higher. Correct. So let us enlist the achievements that our finance minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, had spoken of when she delivered the budget address in the parliament on the 1st of February. Now, the first and foremost point of achievement that I want to tell you about is the rate of growth of our Indian economy. We are growing at the fastest pace as compared to any other country in the world. We are growing at the rate of 7% in this current year 2023. Even China or developed countries in Europe or US are growing at the pace at which we are growing. So 7% per annum is the economic growth that India is set to achieve in this current year. Correct. It is not only corroborated by our Reserve Bank but also international institutions like IMF and the World Bank. Correct. So we are the fastest growing economy in the world for this. The second most important achievement that I want you to know about is that today we have become the fifth largest economy in the world. Correct. 10 years back we stood at number 10. Now we have become the fifth largest, so we have jumped 5 paces up and we have become the fifth largest economy in the world. Correct. The third and significant achievement that we have been able to reach is the per capita income growth. Now, per capita income is the income per head of every citizen living in India, of every Indian citizen. Correct? So, per capita income has more than doubled to reach 1.97 lakhs per capita. Correct. So almost 2 lakh rupees of per head income is what we are able to achieve in our country today. 10 years back the figure stood at less than a lakh of rupees. Correct. Not if you look at the sum, it is not as high as compared to the developed nations. Correct. But doubling the per capita income simply means that more and more people are coming out of poverty. Correct. The United Nations has in its report estimated that roughly 415 million people in India have risen above the poverty line in the last 15 years. Correct. Significant growth, and all of us should celebrate this, that more and more people are earning, are having a better livelihood and coming out of poverty. Correct. Very, very significant achievement. The next achievement that Mrs. Sitharaman spoke to is the UPI. Correct. The unified payment interface, the digital payment interface, which is unique to our country, and many countries are planning to replicate our success with digitization of monetary transactions. This achievement is also the one that we cannot ignore. Mrs. Sitharaman said that in the year 2022, the year which passed by, there were 7,400 crore digital transactions. 7,400 crore. Now count the number of zeros ahead of 74. Correct. 7,400 crore of digital transactions, through which the monetary exchange was 1,26,000 crore rupees. Huge. You cannot write down like these figures without getting confused with the number of zeros that you want to put ahead of them. Correct? So these amounts are beyond our uh, wildest dreams. 7,400 crore digital transactions, through which the monetary churning happened was 1,26,000 crore rupees. Now, like, what is the significance of this? See, any money that is routed through UPI, like more and more transactions, when they are routed through UPI, transactions in cash automatically go down. So unaccounted for black money, the menace of black money, as such, also will reduce as UPI achieves higher and higher targets. So very, very important achievement. The next thing that I want to pinpoint is the Janadhana accounts. Now, Janadhana bank accounts, wherein people from the economically lower section were able to, like, have their own bank accounts and transact bank accounts with zero balance account opening facilities in these accounts, reached a new height. In the previous year, almost 47.5 crore new accounts under the Janadhana banking scheme were opened. See, when people like start transacting through the banks, what happens is they come in the organized sectors of the economy. Correct? Why? Because there is accountability of the money. They very well can keep a record of how they are earning and where they are spending the money. Correct? As an effect of this, there was a rise in employee provident fund accounts as well. In the year 2022, 27 crore new EPFO accounts were opened. This sum is almost double as compared to the previous year. What this means is more and more people are coming in the formal organized sector of the economy, because EPFO is one of the major areas through which you can secure your future after retirement. Correct? So more and more people are taking advantage of such schemes. Correct? Last but not the least, the achievement that I want to tell you about is the cash transfer that happened for in the farmers accounts through PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. Yeah. The amount that was transferred in the previous year was nearly 2.2 lakh crore rupees, and 11.5 crore farmers were benefited because of this transfer. Correct? Like, one significant achievement, what I can say, of this current government is that direct transfer of funds into the bank accounts of the needy. Correct? The main idea of introducing Janadhana accounts was this, that government transfer, say for girl child or education of children, or subsidy to farmers, yeah, LPG subsidies, all such subsidies that government gives for people in the economically backward sections of the society is directly transferred to their bank accounts. So any middlemen and changing of hands before the money could reach the actual receiver was all cut through. Correct? Under the PM Suraksha Bima and Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, 44.6 crore insurance covers were given in the previous year. Correct? Now, these figures, all in lakhs and crores of rupees, yeah, at an individual level, these figures are hard to understand.